Hello students, welcome to tutoringcluster.com. This is a part number 2 of the series SSC JEE previous year question. In the first part we have already solved question number 1 to 20. So let us discuss 21 onwards. If you have not subscribed my YouTube channel, please do it first, so that whenever I am uploading the videos, you will get the notifications of it. So question number 21 is, the expression for capillary rise is given by when sigma is what? Surface tension, theta is angle of contact, rho is density. So we already discussed the formula in our part 1, that capillary rise is given by what? 4 sigma cos theta upon rho g d. So the correct answer will be option number B. Next, when torque is in Newton meter is required to give 3 meter cube per second of water a moment of momentum, so that it has a tangential velocity of 3 meters per second at a distance of 1.8 meters from axis. So what we have to calculate? We have to calculate here torque. What torque? That torque we have to calculate in Newton meter. Now what is this meter cube per second? It is a unit of cube. Then tangential velocity v is given at a distance. You can denote the distance by r. Okay, so basically what is torque? Torque is what? See, force. What is force? Force is change of momentum. Okay, and what is torque? Moment of momentum. So force into distance. Okay, so basically what is torque? It is a moment of momentum. So it is already given, moment of momentum. So torque will be equal to rho into q into v into r. So rho, so it is a water 1000 into what is q? 3, velocity is again 3, distance is 1.8. so it will be, if you do this calculation, you will get 16200 Newton meter. Okay, so remember the formula. See, let us validate the formula. Torque is equal to rho q into v into r. See, what is rho? Density. Density, what will be unit? Kg upon meter cube into what is q? Meter cube per second into what is v? Velocity, meter per second into r, that is distance, meter. Okay, so what is kg meter per second square? See here, if you do this, kg meter per second square, it is what? It is Newton meter. It is nothing but torque. Okay, so whatever formula we are using, it's a correct formula. Okay, next, question number 23. One poise is equivalent to. So what is poise? Poise, it is a unit of what? Dynamic viscosity. CGS, unit of dynamic viscosity. So basically one poise, it is equal to 1 gram per centimeter second. Okay, or 1 gram centimeter per second. Okay, so correct answer will be option number B. If you want to write one poise in SI, it will be 0.1 kg per meter second. Okay, next question number 24. The rate of change of moment of momentum. So just now we have solved moment of momentum. It is what? Torque applied by the fluid. Torque applied by the fluid. Correct answer will be option number C. Power, force, torque, work. Okay, it's a torque. Next, hydrometer. So this is a repetitive. Hydrometer, it is used for what? To determine the specific gravity of liquid. Next, question number 26. The stress strain relation for a Newtonian fluid. Okay, now we know for the Newtonian fluid, what is the equation? Tau is equal to mu du upon dy. Okay, so basically tau is what? Tau, it is directly proportional to du upon dy. It's a linear. Okay, so correct answer will be a linear relationship. Next, Newton's law of viscosity is a relationship between. So just now we have written the equation. Tau is equal to mu du upon dy. Okay, so Newton's law of viscosity, basically what? It is a shear stress and a rate of shear strain. Rate of shear strain. So correct answer will be option number B. Next, see, mu is what? Here mu is constant. Okay, so this is what? Tau is what? Shear stress. Okay, and this is what? This is a rate of shear strain. Okay, so please do remember all the terms. Next, gauge pressure is equal to, okay, we know absolute pressure is equal to what? P gauge plus P atmospheric. So what will be P gauge? P gauge is equal to P absolute minus P atmospheric. Absolute pressure minus atmospheric pressure. Next, piezometer is used to measure. So piezometer is what? It's a pressure measuring devices that everybody knows. So, but piezometer is used to measure very low pressure. You cannot use piezometer to measure what? High pressure. So it is used for very low pressure, to measure the very low pressure. Next, so if you want to, let's say, measure a difference between pressure between the 2 points, so you can use manometers. If you want to measure atmospheric pressure, you can use barometer. Okay, so different measuring devices are there for pressure measurement. Next, 1 torr pressure is equal to, okay, so you have to remember 1 torr is equal to 1 mm of mercury, 1 mm of Hg, or this is also equal to 1 upon 760 atmospheric. So 1 torr is equal to what? 1 mm of Hg. Next, question number 31. The pressure of 80 kilopascal is equivalent to head in the meters of carbon tetrachloride of relative density 1.9 of the value. Okay, so what is pressure? Pressure is equal to what? See, P is equal to rho GH. P is equal to rho GH. Okay, how much pressure is there? 80 kilopascal. 80 into 10 to the power 3 pascal, which is equal to density. Is density of carbon tetrachloride is given? No, but relative density is given. What is relative density? Relative density is equal to rho of any fluid to that of rho of water. rho of water is how much? 1000. So what will be rho of fluid is equal to rho of water is 1000 into what is relative density? 1.59. So 1000 into 1.59 into G 9.81 into what is H, that we have to find out. So when you will do all this calculation, you will get H is equal to 5.13 meter. Okay, just check 5.13 meter. Next, question number 32. The ratio of pressure between 2 points A and B located respectively at a depth of 0.5 meter and 2 meter below a constant level of water tank is. So they have asked you the ratio of pressure between A and B. So we know the basic formula. Pressure is equal to what? Rho G H. So basically pressure is what? Directly proportional to H. Okay, H is what? Depth. So pressure at A to that of pressure at B is equal to depth of A point to that of depth of B point. So 0.5 divided by 2. Okay, so what it will be? It will be 1:4. 1:4. Next, barometer. We have done this. Barometer is used to what? To measure the atmospheric pressure. Next, in a manometer, a better liquid combination is the one having. Okay, so basically in manometer, let's say in a manometer you are using a mercury. So basically mercury density is high, but it is less viscous, right? It has a low surface tension. Then mercury, it is having a high boiling point. It does not get vaporized. Okay, and it should stick, that mercury, it is going to stick to the walls of the tube. So these are the different property mercury has. So let us check the option: high viscosity, low surface tension, low viscosity, high surface tension. So low viscosity and low surface tension. Okay, both will be correct. It should have low surface tension as well as low viscosity. Okay, sorry. So the correct answer will be 34. It is still confusing because both the options are correct. Lower surface tension and low viscosity. Okay, next. A micro manometer with inclined tube is called. So basically it is a sensitive manometer. Okay, this you have to remember, it's a sensitive manometer. Next, 36. A manometer is used to measure. So I think everybody knows this. It's a very simple question for pressure. Next, in a static fluid, resistance to shear stress is small, fluid pressure is 0, linear deformation is small, only normal stresses can exist. So basically in a static fluid, whenever we are talking of static fluid, shear stresses are 0 and only normal stresses exist. Okay, so the correct answer will be option number D. Next, in case of rectangular lamina with a side in a liquid surface having depth h and depth of center of pressure will be. Okay, see here how to solve this. If you are having a rectangular lamina, let us say this is a lamina, there will be water. Okay, let's say this is H and let's say this is B. Okay, width and height. Okay, now H bar CG, it will be located at H by 2. Then what will be area? Area will be what? B into H area will be what? B into H. Area will be what? B into H. And what is I? It will be BH cube by 12. BH cube by 12. Okay. Now what they have asked? They have asked you to calculate depth of center of pressure. What is formula? Depth of center of pressure, it is given by H bar plus ICG upon A into H bar. Okay. Okay, this is formula to calculate what? Depth of pressure. Okay, or you can say center of pressure. Okay. What is H bar? H by 2 plus what is ICG? BH cube upon 12 divided by what is area? B into H, and what is H bar? H by 2. So when you will solve this, how much you will get? Okay, see here how we are going to solve this. So this B and this B, it will get cancelled. Okay, this will be what? H square by 2. See here how we are going to solve this. H by 2 plus this is what? H cube upon 12 upon H square upon 2. Okay, so this term, what it will be? It will be H by 6. So H by 2 plus H by 6, it will be 2H by 3. It will be 2H by 3. So correct answer will be option number A. Next, 39. Hydrostatic law states that rate of increase of pressure in vertical direction is equal to, it is equal to what? Fluid specific weight. See here, dP by dz. What will be dP by dz? See, P is equal to what? Rho GH. So P upon H. P upon, let's say H, instead of H I am using Z, rho into G. And rho into G is what? It is specific weight. Okay, so this is equal to what? Rho into G. So it is fluid specific weight. Next, last question, question number 14. Pascal's law states that pressure at a point is equal in all direction in a liquid at rest. Okay, so hope you have understood question number 21 to 40. I have given the explanation also, so hope you have understood it. Still, if you are finding any difficulty, you can write in the comment box. So thank you, and in the next video we will again see the next 20 question from the SSCG previous year. Till then, thank you, have a good day.